Guys, so I wanted to make a video about one of the quiz questions that seemed to be a little bit more complicated and was missed a little bit more. And so we just wanted to make a video and go through it. So this is actually a problem from the homework, but it's very similar to one that you might have seen on the quiz. So I'm going to go through how to solve that. So basically you're just asked to solve the radical equation. And so we're going to start by taking, so we have our equation, the square root of 7 minus 6x minus x equals 0. So the idea here is simply to just solve for x. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add x to both sides, which leaves the square root of 7 minus 6x on the left-hand side and x on the right-hand side. Now we want to eliminate this radical, so we do that by squaring it. And what you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. So we're going to square both sides. So on the left-hand side, that leaves us with 7 minus 6x, because the squared basically eliminates that square root. And then we just have x squared on the right-hand side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move everything to one side of the equation so that we set it equal to 0 so that we can solve for x. So what I'm going to do is subtract 7 from both sides and add 6x to both sides. So then we're left with 0 equals x squared plus 6x minus 7. Now all we have to do is factor our equation. And so what we do is we take whatever is whatever is divisible into 7, that then when summed together gives us positive 6, that will be our factored equation. So 7 is obviously a prime number, and so the only thing you can multiply it by itself, is just 1, so 7 times 1. And we need to get to positive 6, so we're going to do that by taking positive 7 and negative 1, because 7 minus 1 is 6, but 7 times negative 1 is negative 7. So we'll have x plus 7 times x minus 1. And now we have our factored equation. Now the only thing we need to do left here is take this x plus 7, set it equal to 0, and x minus 1, set it equal to 0. And solve for x in both cases. So we'll subtract 7 from both sides here. We'll add 1 to both sides here. And we're left with x equals negative 7 and x equals positive 1. And that should be it. Or actually, I think we have to check our solutions, so we should check. So it's always a good thing to check anyway, just in case something went wrong, then you would know just by checking. So we're going to check regardless. So we're going to plug in this negative 7. So 7 minus 6 times negative 7 minus negative 7 equals 0. So the square root of 7 plus 42 plus 7 equals 0. So the square root of 49 plus 7 equals 0. You can kind of see that it's not going to work out. So the square root of 49 is 7 plus 7 does not equal 0. Right, it equals 14. So now we're going to plug in 1 and see what that does for us. So 7 minus 6 times 1 minus 1 equals 0. So the square root of 7 minus 6 minus 1 equals 0. 7 minus 6 is 1, so that leaves us with the square root of 1 minus 1 equals 0. Which is just simply 1 minus 1 equals 0. So that is the solution. So x equals 1 is our solution, which means that x equals negative 7 is an extraneous solution. It is not going to work, which is why we always want to check. So now we're going to go here, and we're going to make sure that that was right. So 1 was our answer. And that was right. Okay, so that's it. That's how you solve this one. If you have any questions about it, please feel free to reach out and let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching.